You spend so much time in your head that sometimes you forget to live. You know that feeling, don't you? You replay conversations from 5 years ago. You imagine 100 different disaster outcomes for tomorrow. And you meticulously plan every single detail of your future, from your career path to what you'll say to the barista. And yet, nothing, absolutely nothing, feels safe enough to try. We convince ourselves that this constant churning analysis is just who we are, a detail of our personality. But let me tell you a truth that can change everything. Overthinking isn't your personality. It's a defense mechanism. You think too much because at some point in your life, it was the only way you felt like you had control. It's a deeply wired survival strategy. Your mind believed that if it could just predict every angle, every word, every possible rejection, you would somehow be protected from pain. But here's the catch. That defense mechanism has now become your cage. It keeps you on the sidelines of your own life. Somewhere along the line, your mind made a pivotal, often subconscious decision. It decided that thinking about life was safer than living it. You learned that if you could analyze everything, if you could stay 3 steps ahead of reality, maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't get hurt again. But the more you think, the less you feel. You get lost in the loop. Here's the 3-part process of what's truly happening. Overthinking keeps you in a perpetual state of survival mode. Your nervous system is constantly humming, waiting for the threat your thoughts are conjuring up. It's exhausting, and it drains the energy you need for actual living. It tricks you into believing that control equals safety. You spend all your time trying to arrange the external world perfectly, but that's an impossible task. Control is an illusion. The world is fluid. It steals your presence. When your head is in the future or the past, you miss the present moment, the only place where life actually happens, and the only place where you can ever find peace. The crucial shift comes when you realize that true safety doesn't come from control. It comes from trusting yourself to handle whatever happens next. It's the confidence that you are resilient, not the delusion that you are invincible. Healing begins with observation. And this is where healing begins. Healing starts when you stop arguing with your anxious thoughts and start observing them. Instead of buying into the full narrative, you step back. When that old loop starts, that replay, that worry, that planning frenzy, you simply say to yourself, that's an anxious thought, not, that's who I am. You are not your thoughts. They are things your brain produces. The moment you can see your thought without becoming it, when you can observe the fear without letting it dictate your action, you've already won. The world outside your mind is not your enemy. It's your classroom. Every mistake, every delay, every awkward conversation you're terrified of having, they're just lessons. They are data points. You don't have to think your way through life. You can, and you should, feel your way through it. Now let's get practical. How do we close that mental browser with 1,000 open tabs and step back into the moment? Here are 4 simple, powerful actions you can use right now to stop living in your head. 1. Name your thoughts. When your mind starts spinning, don't just passively listen. Interrupt the cycle. Say out loud, or at least whisper, "I'm overthinking," or "That's anxiety talking." Naming it instantly separates you from it. You are no longer the thinker lost in the thought. You are the one observing it. 2. Ground yourself physically. Overthinking is floating away from reality. To stop it, you must anchor yourself in the present moment. Feel your feet on the floor. Wiggle your toes. Look around the room and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear. This pulls your awareness from the imagined threat in your head to the actual safety of your current environment. 3. Do one small action. Overthinking feeds on inaction. The more you plan, the more paralyzed you become. Movement breaks the mental loop. Is there a simple 5-minute task you've been thinking about? Send the email. Take the dishes to the sink. Walk outside for 1 minute. The smallest piece of forward momentum is a powerful antidote to mental paralysis. Action always beats analysis. 4. Speak to yourself gently. Please stop the self-criticism. You are not crazy. You are just learning to trust life again. When you catch yourself overthinking, respond with compassion. Say, "It's okay. I'm safe now. I can breathe." Kindness is not a luxury. It is a vital part of your healing process. Remember this. Healing doesn't happen in your head. It happens in your body, in your breathing, in your willingness to feel the uncomfortable feelings, rather than trying to think them away. It's time to stop trying to pre-solve every problem and start accepting that you are equipped to handle the reality as it unfolds. So maybe today is the day. Maybe it's time to stop living in your head and truly start living in your life. The peace you're searching for doesn't come from control or prediction. It comes from surrender, the gentle surrender of the need to know every outcome. You're safe now. You can breathe. Give yourself permission to step out of the thoughts and into the world. You deserve to be present for the great life that's waiting for you. If this message spoke to you, I encourage you to subscribe to Cypress Speaks, The Healing Mind. It's a space where psychology meets healing, and every word is designed to remind you that your peace is absolutely possible.